And that's the best part, to double your sales. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be working with twice as many people. Sometimes it's just adjusting the rates. Sometimes it's just adjusting, what you offer. Again, I was on a call with somebody who was trying to figure out what to do because there's only one offer that we're focused on, and there was a pool of people who were not being served. How can you serve them? When we talk about coaching models and consulting models, there are different approaches to that as well. We're going to talk about virtual assistants, online business managers, and done for you services in another time, because there's just a different approach to that. But we're in your services when you're actually educating your people, when you are performing services that don't involve your actual hands-on expertise. It can be much more leveraged, but that's beside the point. What I wanted to focus on is um, when we talk about leading people through the funnel, so to speak, on the journey. There's the coaching approach where it says, oh, just have 3 offers ready, and when people go through the first one, just re-sign them up and again and again and again and again, and they go in cycles. And that happens especially with group programs, and you end up with having people in a program for 2-3 years hearing same thing over and over and over and over again. There's the approach where you start with, let's say, low-end offer to the masses, and then to that mass of people you offer your next stage and the next one and the next one. So of course the people that go through that process is smaller in terms of the quantity, but the quality of service, the depth of the service, the price range, the price tag, so to speak, is much greater and it's much deeper. So you can go from, let's say, offering at the beginning stages something for $400 to the masses, something to, I don't know, $25,000 for a day with you one on one, let's say, or a retreat or something. But not everybody out of, I don't know, 600 people who bought into your $500 offer is going to be ready for that, nor willing for that, right? So it's a process you can take them through. And when you're a consultant, I can again talk from my experience of trying to figure out being a consultant, positioning myself as a coach. Didn't work necessarily the way I would like it to in some aspects, because again, it's a different type of work. So as a consultant, yes, you can still offer your services just like a coach would, let's say a 6-month project, a 12-month project, an 8-week project. And then you have all these add-ons. Do you want your clients to do your clients want you to write the strategy for them? That's an option. Do your clients need you to do things for them physically? That's an option. It could be upsell. You can bundle it up. There's so many different things that you can do when it comes to creating streams of revenue. And it doesn't have to stop there. That one project, like I said, not everybody's going to be ready for everything you have to offer. It's phase 1. You get to the results in phase 1. You start at phase 2. Again, new project, new scope, new tagline, new investment. Let's go for the next, 3 weeks, 3 months, and so on and so forth. So the thing is that if you take a look, at the numbers of, oh, I just want to double my revenue, there's so many different ways that you can do that. But first, of course, you need to understand your numbers. You need to know your conversions. You need to know what's working. You need to know what your clients are looking for. You need to know what your business needs. And after you start reverse engineering it and you put it together in a plan, then it's really easy. Then you just develop different stages and you figure out what is that free stuff that you give away. What's the tripwire? What's going to serve the people who might not necessarily be ready for everything, who just need a piece of advice here, a piece of advice there, that specific information? What's going to be the offer that you can make to a group? What's the, the core offer? What's the multiplier? And then after that, many times we don't hear the stages after that. But after that, when you start specializing into things, you're going to come across people who want things that you don't have to offer. So What better way than start making commission from referrals? Affiliate links, you talk about them all the time, you hear about them all the time. That's a great way to diversify your streams of revenue. But the next one that is talked about very often too, and sometimes approached from the wrong angle, is the passive income. That could be another stream of revenue as well. And when you take a look into your numbers, conversions, budgets, an option might be that instead of doing that one-on-one, you just put in place a um, passive stream of income, and you can double your sales from there. You can double your revenues from there. It might be a short-term strategy. It might be cash injections, as some people are calling them, where you offer that one-off, very special offer, and you see how many people are signing up, and you can double your revenues from there. Again, what's the long term? What's the short term? What works for you and your business? That will really determine what you should be putting out there and what you could be putting out there, and especially what's going to work to begin with.